Before you lock my love away. Alright, gotta get in here. What are we looking like? Got to address some things. What's up, Levon? Damn. Yep. What are we looking like over here? What's up, everybody? What's up? Let's get in here. Let's get in here. Oh shit. My screen's leaking through. There you go. Nip that in the butt. There we go. Oh, shout out to Garuda Legends for the $2. What's up, Eric Cuts? How long you end up staying in that podcast last night? Oh man. Oh, that's what's up, Levon. Do your thing, getting them review copies, man. That's always good. I got lint in my hair thanks to the stream. Where is it? You said not much longer after me. Yeah, we're gonna talk about these new Xboxes, man. Everybody on like Twitter is like bugging out, and they only seem to be focusing on like really one part of this leak, and it's kind of getting ridiculous. It's like the pre-D. It's like they're trying to create the DRM outcry all over again. It's just kind of funny. All right, so I'll let you guys get in here, get comfortable. I'm not going to be here too long. I don't like doing these live streams because they can easily turn into an hour, and I really want to just kind of make my case, because if I tweet, I'm going to tweet all day and then spend hours responding to people. Ah, man, look at this misinformed. All right, let's do this. So there was these leaks, or the rumor came out by, I think, Paul Thurrott or Brad Sams. I think the website is thurrott.com, and I think Brad Sams was the one that reported on it, about the next generation Xbox consoles, or so-called Scarlet, that everybody's talking about. And I just want people to shut up, because I want to enjoy the last whatever many years we got left of this generation before I take on this long wait until next generation. So the rumors of this console started to come out shortly after Phil Spencer I want to say really hinted, but discussed briefly that the people that designed their hardware team that designed the Xbox One X is hard at work designing the next Xbox consoles, plural, so more than one. And according to the leak, we are expected to get two platforms, one being a traditional Xbox console that, as we got with the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, and the other platform is a dedicated streaming box, more a cheaper box that would pretty much just be for streaming games only, like the Game Pass box, pretty much, right? So the rumor came out, everybody's reacting to it, but everybody's literally reacting to the streaming box. It's like they completely ignored or removed the idea of the traditional Xbox that they said is definite, and focusing on the rumored streaming box. Now, if you haven't been paying attention to Microsoft moves, they've been mentioning Play Anywhere streaming, being able to stream the games to your cell phone, your tablet, whatever, and trying to push this cloud movement. It's been talked about. This idea has been pushed since like 2012, and I think back in 2013 they demoed a Halo game running completely, I think, on the cloud or on a phone via cloud or some shit like that, right? I think it was, I don't know what Halo game, it was either Halo 3 or Halo 4, right? So that was the case. So this has always been in the works. So the rumor of a streaming platform does not surprise me. And because of the full reveal of this rumor or this leak, the idea of a streaming box doesn't bother me. Now, I will say this. If this was the case, if this rumor said that Microsoft is doing away with traditional console and their next console, their next generation console will be streaming a console that only streams only, if that was their only offering next generation, I would understand the outcry and I would be out there outcrying with you guys. But the minute I saw traditional console will be launching alongside this thing, I was like, well, fine. I don't care at this point. It doesn't matter. I will get the console I want, the native hardware. But people are literally running with this stuff, and they're brushing away that part. They only want you to focus on, oh, Xbox. I even see tweets playing, oh, Xbox is releasing the streaming box next. I'm done with Xbox, or I'm not messing. I'm not gonna get the next Xbox. I'm like, did you like purposely ignore the report and like the full report and only focus on a part you didn't want to hear? Like, it's crazy, and people want to compare it to PlayStation Now and the PlayStation View box and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, relax. This shit is about maybe a year, 2 years away. Now, me personally, I don't have an issue with it only because there's a traditional box coming along with it. Now, if Microsoft can pull off a streaming the way it's supposed to, the reason why we all hate streaming games or the idea of it, because right now, as of today and date, it doesn't work. It's not, no one has executed it right or properly in a way we can enjoy it comfortably. It hasn't been done. Not PlayStation Now, not whatever. It just is right now. It's not feasible. But if Microsoft delivers a streaming box that is feasible, where it's little to no latency, and when I turn on that streaming box in all my games from 360 to Xbox One to even OG Xbox is on there and all playable, streamable with low latency or no latency at all, I'm fine. Now, it wouldn't be the box I play, but at the time these games, this comes out, we're talking 2 years down the line, my kids would be about like 7. Yeah, that'd be perfect $150 box for my kids. I get it ASAP, no problem, no hesitation. Because then, you know, the big boy, the Xbox 2, whatever they call it, the Xbox 2, 5, Xbox native, I don't know, whatever they call it, will be the one I use. I wouldn't mind buying this streaming box for my kids if it's gonna have day one playable all my games or whatever games are on my Game Pass or whatever. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. So I don't have the issue with it. In the way that they're going about it, a lot of people are assuming PlayStation Now. They're just assuming PlayStation Now. What they don't understand is the way that games are streamed now is more of just data transferring. It's not the way that Microsoft would be doing it, according to this rumor, is creating a dedicated box where a portion of the processing has to take place natively to that box, while majority of the stuff will be done in the cloud. Right now, there's not really a device that does that. Your PlayStation Now running on your PlayStation 4 doesn't do that. It doesn't. Your PlayStation Now running or the used to run on your TV or your PC doesn't do that. It's just a matter of internet speed transferring data. The box will be a dedicated box, so you would still require the box. Otherwise, if the whole streaming thing, when they talk about streaming to your phone and all that stuff, that's the shit that PlayStation Now does. Technically, PlayStation Now can work on your phone if they really wanted it to. It would be the whole latency bullshit in a form that we all dislike. But they're talking about creating a dedicated box. So to me, knowing Microsoft and how they own damn near most of the cloud services possible, I would assume that they're not going to put this out if it's available at what we have for PlayStation Now. I don't see them putting out a dedicated streaming device unless it's near perfect. It would have to be near perfect. And them being all in with this cloud service, I trust Microsoft to fix and solve that problem. Now, will I rely on this box for my personal gaming needs? No. But I will support it if it works in theory. If in theory, as I think it should work, if it works like that, yeah, of course I'll get it, and it'll be a secondary or a companion box or a box majority I'll just let my kids and their cousins play on, and I can truly have an untouchable Xbox just for me. But that's just my thoughts on there. But I just don't understand why the outcry is there. Like, why is there outcry? We're all reacting to a rumor. Nothing has been confirmed. Now, I believe it only because I've been watching the way Microsoft move, but I don't understand why the outcry. It makes no sense to me right now. It's like, why are we crying about this? And even if the rumor was just the dedicated streaming box, I would somewhat understand it. I would get it. But I don't understand if the rumor is about 2 boxes. One being a traditional Xbox, which is probably going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 5, just to throw that in there. And then the little streaming bullshit box, right? You don't have to, the thing is, you don't have to buy this shit, dude. You don't have to upgrade. You can keep your Xbox One S, your Xbox One X. But if you felt reluctant to go into the next, you're not going to be hard pressed to buy a streaming box. You will have, according to the rumor, another dedicated box to go towards. I mean, the other streaming box might be like fucking $300 less. I'm assuming it will be no more. It won't even push $200 if they're doing that. It's going to be extremely cheap. But that's how I see it. I mean, people are reacting as if they have to buy into it. They're reacting like this is what next generation is, that this is the only choice. That, oh, we're only gonna buy streaming boxes. No, you don't have to buy it at all, because no one's making you buy an Xbox. And 2, if you had to buy one of these Xbox, you don't have to buy the cheaper streaming version. You can buy the traditional one. So there is an option. Now, the funny thing is going to be, the funny thing is if the PlayStation 5 launches in a traditional way. Like, there'll be a traditional PlayStation 5 and like a PlayStation 5C, which for streaming. Now, if that happens, or if I wish there's some sort of leak come out that's like even remotely like points to that direction, I will laugh my ass off, because the outcry will not be nearly the same. Nearly the same. All right. So I'm glancing down at the chat right now. Let's see. Because a lot of people popping shit on Twitter, man. A lot of people popping shit on Twitter. That's why I be putting out those empty, vague tweets. Because I be watching, and then I just see if anybody tries on the shoe. You know, if the shoe fits, then kick it. Yeah, I need a new challenge. Yeah, I need some fucking money. Speaking of money, I am selling an Xbox. Matter of fact, time out. Oh, shit. I am selling the standard edition of the Xbox One X. You know what I mean? I'm on my Hard 8 shit right now. No, I am not putting down my Xbox for good. I'm gonna just downsize to just one, and I'm selling my PlayStation Slim if anybody's interested. I gotta find a way to fucking replace my fucking monitor, by the way. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna try to get rid of that in the next 2 days, because I found a monitor that I want to replace. But they gotta make some moves. Dark Souls 3 challenge. I don't know if I can do Dark Souls 3 for the simple fact that it's just not my style, man. I tried playing it. It's just boring. It's boring, slow, and clunky. Like, I'm not playing another Souls game unless it completely rips off Bloodborne. It have to be a carbon copy of Bloodborne, and then I can play it. You said PlayStation can use PS Now on the PS5 without an extra device move. The finest, I understand that, but the thing is, they have to fix PlayStation Now. And the problem is, the PlayStation Now can exist on the PlayStation 5. No matter what's in the PlayStation 5, it will still have that issue. It's latency issue based on how they have the servers. So the thing is, what Microsoft is doing with their quote-unquote cloud box is that it's dedicated for streaming, so it doesn't have to 110% rely on the internet to do it, or rely on its cloud services. It potentially could eliminate any latency issues with input controls and processing shit, because all the box really needs is a CPU. That's all. That's funny. All the box really needs, is dedicated box, is a CPU to solve that. That's all it needs. The PlayStation, you gotta think about PlayStation Now running on PlayStation 5 isn't using really the PlayStation 5's hardware to run anything. It won't do anything. It would be is equivalent of running PlayStation Now on a PS Vita or a Samsung TV. It's nothing special about PlayStation Now that when next generation comes, it magically makes it better if they're going to do it the same way. And that's where I think Microsoft might have the edge on a streaming box, because I feel like they will solve the problem or the notion of what we think about streaming games. I think it will solve that issue. That's why I'm not ready to go out and be like, nah, boo-hoo. If everything is as how we have it today, trust me. I mean, I'll be right there with you guys. So, man, but shout out to the finest anyway. How much is the monitor? The monitor that I want on Amazon right now is on sale for $428. Yeah, $428. I have to try and lock it in. It's somewhat of a downgrade to my other monitor, but it's an upgrade at the same time. A downgrade, but because it's no higher than 60 hertz, and it doesn't have FreeSync 2. This monitor had FreeSync 2. Fuck, but it is what it is. And somebody mentioned, said, "Why are you guys hyping the hardware? How are they gonna make games for it?" Making games for next generation Xbox or the streaming box. The best thing possible, right? That could happen when you turn on the next gen Xbox or the Xbox streaming box or the Xbox Scarlet Cloud box, whatever. The best thing that can potentially happen is you turn it on, right? You sign into your Xbox Live account, and voila. You play it via stream on your cloud box, or you play it natively on your next gen box. Ta-da! That's it. That's it. I think people need to stop. I understand, yeah, this generation hasn't been the greatest for first party content this year or this generation. Next generation, I don't think that will be a problem at all. I don't think that'll be an issue at all next generation. I think 2020 is going to be scary good for games for Microsoft. I believe in 2020 it will be the first year probably Microsoft, all their first party studios could probably drop a title that year or within that launch window. Just saying. I trust Microsoft to figure out the cloud and streaming. You're talking about in general and just gaming. They already mastered whatever the stream cloud services. Like, we don't pay attention to it because it hasn't impacted gaming yet. But if you are a consumer of the other products that Microsoft has done and where they are excelling at other than gaming, you would understand. So then you wouldn't be like, oh, it's Microsoft, they're gonna fail. I trust them to incorporate if you're gonna put out a dedicated streaming box, I trust Microsoft to fix it. I trust them to put out the box that would solve the problem or to solve the fear that we have of streaming games. Because I've said this before, the day that traditional console gaming ceased to exist, I stopped being a gamer. I will not. There's no use for me. I'll stick with the last traditional console release, and I'm stuck with that because that's me thinking that of how games are played now. Like as of today, if I do PlayStation Now today, I'm like, it's either going to be good or not. It's going to be hit or miss. I mean, today I'm gonna have some good days and I'm gonna have some horrible days. You know what I mean? Trying to play this thing. And that idea scares me. It bothers me. So when and I'm sure the industry is headed that way in the next 10 years, like where consoles are probably completely done, and I'll be what, probably 40 around that time. I'll stop gaming. I'll find a new hobby. I'll try my hobby as a rapper again back then. You know, again, I'll probably try that. But once consoles, and that will always be my mantra. But in this sense, if we do get to a point where you can pick up a game and you can get the highest of quality of visuals and zero latency, and you can do it, I guess, without a dedicated hardware, I'm not sure. I don't think I can transition into that. So that's all I needed to see was a traditional box. Sure, the next gen Xbox may personally be my last Xbox if that's Xbox's last traditional Xbox, personally. But I'm not gonna freaking cry, shout, and scream and boycott next generation because one of the consoles is gonna be a streaming box. They can use the current Xbox as a streaming box. They can. However, it will be to the point of how PlayStation Now is. They probably have the services that will provide better, because technically it's in live beta. You can try Mixer, do the Mixer control, or stream your Xbox game to your PC. You can do that right now, and the latency is 0 to none. It's almost not there. I did that before I had what the hell did I have to do? It was my girl wanted to watch TV. My Xbox was hooked up to the TV at the time. This was before I had more than one Xbox. They had just launched the streaming the PC. I hit the stream button, took my controller, she switched to HDMI, and I was just playing the game just on my PC via stream, and it was fine. It was absolutely fine. I don't do it as often because I don't need to. There's never a need to do it, but it's an option you can test right now. If you have an Xbox and a PC, you can stream your Xbox directly to your PC right now using the Xbox app. I believe it's the Xbox app. Melon Matt says all Xbox games going to be on my PC, so actually not all Xbox games are available on your PC, but that's current. So not all Xbox games, there would never be a day that all Xbox games will be on PC. In the future, sure, but it still technically wouldn't cover all generations of Xbox. Just my point, that's all. And I would here's the thing, the whole secret sauce power of the cloud conversation. The thing is, people let fanboys sell them the idea of what Microsoft is trying to do. Sure, this stuff has always been in existence. The secret sauce I never believed in, but the power of the cloud has always been there. It's always been worked on. Who says it's supposed to make its way this generation? The problem is, portions of this whole cloud tech is already available. It's just not in your face because you don't know it. You guys know, like, this whole like fast start shit that's going on with the Xbox. You know, if you download a game, well, most of you guys don't game on Xbox, but when I buy a game, literally it feels like 2 minutes after it starts downloading, it's ready to play on a lot of the games I've been downloading. And the game's not even 50, not even 20% complete, but I can start playing because the game is downloading the most needed assets first to start the game, which is pretty fucking dope. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope if you ask me. So those are all ways like the cloud and their Azure servers is being implemented into gaming. And there were some games that use some of this stuff. Forza's always been using it. Freaking, I believe Titanfall used it. The first game. Yeah, I don't know why you're asking about Crackdown 3 and the power of the cloud. It's not here. Crackdown's not even out yet to even judge it on. There you go. Looking at the chat to see what's going on. Melon Matt, I bet you $60 Crackdown 3 is not getting canceled. $59.99. And but question, be honest guys, how many of you guys worried about this whole cloud box? Because I'm seeing a lot of people talk on Twitter, man. A lot of people talk on Twitter. And another thing I want to talk about before, you know, I extend this is that this whole boycotting buying Xbox, but like people, this is probably the fakest shit or the most oxymoron thing. People say, no, I'm not buying an Xbox, but I'm going to build a PC or buy a PC to build Xbox games. And I see some of these people say Microsoft aren't good at making first party games. Their first party sucks, but they still will go out to build a PC to play those games just to say they don't need an Xbox. It defeats the purpose. That's a dumb reason to invest in a gaming PC to play a bunch of mediocre games. I mean, this is coming from you guys. I'm seeing a lot of that. It's like, I get why some people will want to go into PC gaming, but these reasons that I'm hearing people wanting to get into PC gaming just to play Xbox's limited library, that's the reason you want to get into PC gaming? Really? Oh, now you're interested in RTSs? Really? You guys got to cut the bullshit, dude. Really cut the bullshit. It's not that serious. Aaron Johnson, I'm selling the X for $350. I'm selling it for $350. I will ship it. I'll ship it out today. I try to do like the most convenient shipping as possible, but I'm selling the Xbox One X for $350 and the PlayStation Slim for $150. Somebody said PC is the best place to play Xbox exclusives. Actually, it's see this. When everybody says everything's best on PC, is such a loaded and misinformed statement that people are telling you, because they're not telling. They're somebody can literally take that information, go to Target and buy a $269 e-machine from Target and trying to play Xbox games at the best fidelity. And it won't happen. So you guys got to be specific. You got to stop with the, oh, it's better on PC, because not all PCs are made the same. It's just not the truth. Stop it. It's a lie. It is a lie. What's up, Meds? I am doing Wizelle. Don't start a Dark Souls 3 challenge. It's just not worth it. I do not have an Xbox One S. First, I don't have an Xbox One S for at all. But my Xbox One X price is like the same price as the One S. So it's like, dude. Yeah, Jez said, smooth, that Xbox on PC is rough. Good. Yo, me, Jez, Merc, Gaming Addict, we were supposed to have like a gaming night with Gears 4, right? Of course, Merc and Jazz want to play on their PCs, you know, because they gotta make a point, you know, play on the fucking PCs, right? And they struggled to get in the game with us because for some reason their PC, Gears of War on the PC was giving them trouble, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. See, me personally, I'm gonna tell you, this is why I didn't, like, I built a PC, right? And it's, when I built it, it was a decent PC. It's not decent anymore since they got all these 1080s, 1070s, and all this bullshit, and I still have a 980 Ti. I built it because I was like, there's going to be some games I want to play, right? But I can't have this as my, I can't have it as a dedicated gaming machine because I know myself. I'm lazy. And once minimum shit starts happening, I'm going to freaking lose it. Now, I was just sharing with you guys on Twitter that my memory was just Like, I was just running out of memory when you just run out of random hard drive space just for no fucking reason. And I don't even I barely game on this thing. I'm just running out of random hard drive space. I'm deleting videos left and right every day. I don't have to use the PC. I turn it on and my fucking C drive is like fully loaded. I'm like, what? I didn't download anything? What? Why does this shit happen daily? Right? Shit, and it's just shit like that would fucking bother me. I mean, if I can't get it in a game in my first or second attempt, whatever, it's just like, it's whatever. So I commend you guys for those who have the patience and the mental mind to be dedicated and use the PC as their primary gaming source. But when you got somebody like me, no. Sure, I'll lollygag and try things here and there, but I don't even like working on fucking videos on my damn PC or making audio files or music or shit like that, because something fucks up. And I don't always have some sort of chronic issue with my PC, no matter what it is, whether it's a laptop or a desktop. Now, this one, surprisingly, has been the longest I've held on to one computer. The longest. And I'm afraid that I said that because I might have just jinxed myself. He said, can you play me on Microsoft Dollars? No, because I can't use Microsoft Dollars to buy the monitor I want. And shit, but I could buy all the games I want. Said 560 is good for 1080p. You said how you want to get paid for the system, bro. I do Cash App or PayPal. My PayPal is probably in the link description below. If you're gonna do it, send me your address and I'll ship that thing in an hour. Is my PayPal in my description? It is it? Or maybe not. Why is it? What the fuck? It's not? This whole fucking time? Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, but yeah, hit me up on Twitter. I could have sworn that shit was like that's weird as shit. He said Venmo. See, it's the thing, I don't like having all these cash like type style apps, because I feel like one of these days one of these apps is gonna rob me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, one of these days it's just gonna be connected to my card or my account, and like I feel like one of these apps is easily hackable. That somebody's gonna hack these apps and I'm gonna get robbed from one of them. So I don't want to have too many of them. So I keep PayPal, the Bank of America app, and Cash. I only did it because for an emergency I need it. So he said, he said the PS. Yeah, sure. Anything is hackable, but I like a trusted name. I like a trusted name. I would assume added security for that. All right, somebody said free online, true 4K 60 frames per second, best performances on the PC. Actually, that's not the only thing's true about that statement is free online. The only technically you're not paying. Your online is not really free. You're just paying your ISP to be online. But and for console users, we're paying Sony and Microsoft to host our online service that is provided by the ISP. As far as true 4K 60 frames per second is not best on PC, as all PCs aren't capable of delivering 4K and 60 frames per second. If that is incorrect, go buy an E-machine right now from Target and try to play a game at 4K 60 frames per second. Be my guess. D Almighty, you hit me up? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm paying my ISP, Sony and Microsoft. I know. Unfortunately, I'm ignorant to the fact I mean, I'm conditioned, just like millions upon millions. All you guys who are hyping 50, 60 some odd million users on PSN, you know what I mean? You guys can't be hyping online users on PSN and then turn around saying, oh, it should be free, going to PC, but nah, B. An E-machine, dog, an E-machine, yeah, an E-machine. I've struggled with E-machines. Them things last but 3 months. Oh man, some trolls in the house. Where's my fizzone? Oh my god. I wonder. Oh, what's the name should be tweeting my maybe I don't. Do I still have a Nightbot or did I permanently block it? Lord. Smooth. Who mans is Jose? Jose. I don't know. Smooth, if you sell me your Xbox One X for $200, I will become an Xbox corporate slave. Now, that does nothing for me, sir. Matter of fact, I'll sell you my Xbox One X for $200, but you have to pay me an additional $150 for shipping and handling. Am I going to buy the streaming box? Yeah, for my kids. I'll buy it as a companion. It depends on if the streaming box is less than $200, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. But I figure this is 2020. My kids would be old enough at the time where it would be a reasonable option. So yeah, the thing is, that's my concern as well. That streaming could be the standard, and a lot of people. Here's the thing that ticked me up. Cause I saw something on Twitter because this dude was mad because I didn't cry at this option and that I wasn't so against this option. He was like, "Well, what happens when it becomes a standard, dude?" And you're looking at Microsoft. You only are afraid because Microsoft can do it right and it becomes a standard after they execute it. But you weren't mad when PlayStation introduced it on the gaming scene. Or are you only mad that Microsoft is about to do it as well? I don't want streaming to become the standard, but I know it will be, and that's why I said I probably got another 8 years on as gaming being my primary hobby. I have another probably 8 years because that's from 8 to 10 years from now, and it's probably going to be fully streaming, dude. Fully streaming. Yeah, on live was first, but on live who was on live? You know who owns on live? Sony. They own on live. They own them. They own the patent for on live. So there we go. There we go. So on live was the first to do it, but it flopped. And now PlayStation was the first mainstream major hit to do something like this. I don't know if it flopped or not, but I mean, it didn't get the greatest of feedback. So somebody said E-Machine are the Obama phones of PC. I co-sign that. Boss moves. Yeah, Sony owns the On Live patent. They acquired it back in 2015. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, matter of fact, please tune in on tomorrow is Planet Xbox. We return. There might not be a Planet PlayStation this week because I've had to switch my days off for work for Friday. But I think Zaire Next Gen 720 will be on Planet Xbox tomorrow, just in case if you guys are gonna watch. So this should be interesting. I did not watch Morgana Day's video today. I got to check it out. I love Morgana Day's content. Even though I probably disagree with him about 90% of the time. Yeah, the KI stream was nothing. I was about to go watch it, and it started glitching. I'm like, what can they possibly announce? They're not going to announce a Killer Instinct 2 here. The best they announce is probably a new character. And I don't even know if they did that. I think they probably announced a new tournament, but what good does that do if you're not a dedicated Killer Instinct player? Yeah. In fact, let me verify to see if if it's still a go. If it's not this week, it's definitely next week, but should be this week. As long as I paid my cable bill. There we go. Damn. Thanks for the subscription. Man. You said, hey, Smooth, watch Jez 7780 Grinds My Gear video. It was awesome. Are you talking about, was it, if it was from yesterday? No, I will refuse. Are you trying to set me up? Jez is the type of person to start a video, right? Do his Grinds My Gears, right? And somehow end up saying the same thing, his same message about Xbox that he said the last 20 episodes of Grinds My Gears. So I'll check it out, but after a while, if I'm going to listen to Jez complain about Xbox, I'm going to do it on Planet Xbox live in person. Grinds My Gears. I think I tried to watch it yesterday. I went to watch it, and I think I got in on the part he was talking about Crackdown 3, and he was talking about Gears Tactic, and I slapped myself in the forehead, and I was like, all right, Jez, I'll catch this later. I didn't say anything in the comment because I think I probably would have upset him. He's at Xbox Cloud 9. Hey, I'd say the only way they release a streaming system, a streaming console, if they pretty much do it, the only way they release a dedicated console for it is that means they fixed it. They found it. They found they figured out the Da Vinci Code to streaming. I feel like they figured it out, and that's why I trust them to do it. A mini patch update? What did they patch? How much you want to bet Microsoft? I'll bet you. How can we potentially do this bet? It's not really a feasible bet at this point. But I mean, because we won't find out for like another couple years. Yo, if Xbox, if the stream becomes on, if stream becomes popular, the thing is. Anybody who wants to participate on this will be paying a monthly fee for Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Live. So $350 for the Xbox One X. My PayPal is at paypal.me/kidsmooth. Oh, it is in there. It's just not hyperlinked. It's like right below my Mixer link. There we go. Yeah, he said you're so excited for next gen. Hopefully, don't be fraudulent. The last few years of a console's generation's life cycle is the most depressing. When you see, the end is coming. It's so fucking depressing. Matter of fact, the end of last generation, when I was on 360, I think I became, the last 2 years, I became a casual a casual gamer. Like I wasn't hardcore into it. I was just casually playing. Think Call of Duty, Gears, and Halo. I just played like maybe 3 games. So that's why I've been taking advantage of the backwards compatibility. I think I skipped Grand Theft Auto, the last one at that point because I was gearing up for next gen. And now at this point it's depressing, especially when you know it's coming, you're hearing about it. Sure, Sony got some bangers coming. There's some games Xbox got coming to like to close it out, but it's just very depressing because all the excitement that you have for the generation, you wake up, you talk about it, you stream about it, you do content and can't wait for this, you can't wait for that. You're still thinking about the potential of this platform or what it would be. Next thing you know, oh, the end is around the corner. Shit. An updated combo breaker. Oh, damn. Okay. So super looking will make you. When I say casual, it was the amount I started playing games. Like I started caring less about what games are coming out, and I was actually choosing social life shit over Xbox. Back then, that quite hasn't happened yet. But actually, I feel it happened because I've been finding myself wanting to go outside, bring my kids to the park and shit like that, over them being home and just playing a game and stuff like that. And I beat only about 9 games this year, and we're at the end of July. So my short little run of like back to back, having them like most games like beat and stuff like that is, I'll probably beat like 5 more games, probably 5 more, or at least mainstream games. I'll probably beat like 5 more. Go. But I must say, wait, I'll bet my left. Oh my god, these dudes are saying ridiculous shit. Yeah, he said, yo, it's too hot for that shit down here. Niggas be wanting to fight just because how hot it is. You know what, matter of fact, it's like that. I don't know if you're down south, but it's like that in the East Coast too. You go through the winter, right? You go through the winter, it's so cold and depressing. The minute the temperature hits 70 and above, oh no, people want to fight. People want to do all sorts of fuck shit just because it feels good outside. That's when all the fights. We used to call it ass whooping season. Somebody always, the minute the weather got better, somebody got their ass whooped. I think Forza Horizon 4 score will end up being a 93. I think it'll tailor at 93. They've been improving with each game. I don't know if fatigue could bring it down to 89, 90 maybe, but I say a 93. But like I said, guys, don't throw all this worry into this rumored Xbox, this stream box. The worry is premature. It's unnecessary. We know what with the leak. If we're gonna 110% be behind this leak or this rumor, we know there's 2 Xbox coming. There's one's either for you and the one's not. You know, you're gonna buy the one that you want if you decide to invest into Xbox this generation. I did not pick up any games for the summer sale because a lot of games on the summer sale I already owned or I have no interest in. However, there's like this generic Gears of War clone that just came out today for the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC that I want to pick up. I got to check the price on it. The next Horizon game is better be set. It won't be, man. Are you talking about Forza Horizon 5? Unless you're talking about Forza Horizon 5, that's the only possible one. Will the streaming device be included in MPD? Well, no, because you're not buying the game. Or, well, technically. No, they would, the MPDs will adjust like the music industry did, depending on how popular it becomes. You know how the music industry went from unit sales to now streams, to whether it be YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and you got to get a certain amount of streams to get like that equates to a certain amount of records sold and shit like that. The equivalent, I think the gaming industry will probably eventually, incorporate that. But no, it won't. And the games that you play on the stream box won't be included in the MPDs unless they're games you owned or purchased on the Xbox store. What the fuck, man? Unless they're games you purchase or download or install from the Xbox store, and then you happen to stream them on your streaming box, then yeah, that will count as a sell when you initially buy them. Or the device, if you're talking about the device, if that sells like game, of course, it's a hardware device. No, it will be counted. It's a device. It's a part of Xbox hardware. I feel like my son just randomly slamming the door. A story about the best Xbox moment? I don't have best Xbox story best Xbox moments. You said, "Hey Smooth, gotta update your ticker to me. Thank me as a Patreon too." Oh yeah, let me do that right now. Promotional text. Let's update. Let's add Erica. Matter of fact, I think Ramble canceled. So let's update Ericuts for the win. Ericuts for the win. There we go. I think it should update now. Bingo. Ha! It's typing in slow. Got it. There we go. Yeah, we in there. Players are the most important things to a game, and the reason why people like, well, no, we care about sales. We care about sales. No, player count is more important, especially to games like Fortnite, PUBG, Overwatch, Paladins, because that's more people they can continue to sell to. Concurrently, that's generated revenue and income that can they can use for that game. So that's why you're gonna hear about that. And the thing is that when they tell you about like so many million users on a single player game, I guess it doesn't really matter at that point. But for multiplayer games, it's a big deal, especially if you're multiplayer only or you're known for multiplayer. But on single player games and shit like that, then it wouldn't be a big deal. It just, I mean, it'd be nice to know, wow, this many million people has tried my game. What game was I talking about? Oh, the game like Gears. It's called Gene Rain. Gene Rain. It's some funky shit. It's like Japan's version of Gears of War, dude. I don't know if it's any good. The shit, it's like imagine like a Gears of War like template and replace the guns with like Star Wars guns and shit like that, and the textures to be on par with like basic. See, the thing is, a lot of people say sales tell the developers and publishers, oh, look, gamers are interested. It does. The thing about sales, there's been some games that sold very, very well, but the public perception of some of these games is that they didn't do well. They flopped. Even though, like, for example, Destiny 2 sold extremely well. But what's the big thing surrounding Destiny? Oh, it lost its player base a lot. They don't have any players. But it sold a lot, but they don't have any players. What do you think developers may already made their money for the sell of the game, but the problem is if nobody's playing the game, what's the problem? Right? They already got the sales. Why is there a problem that there's nobody playing the game? Same thing. Lawbreakers. I don't know if they ever revealed the sales on PlayStation. We just know the players. There was no players, so they had to stop supporting the game, even though it might have sold, just no players. Why everybody care about PUBG? You have to buy PUBG. PUBG was never free. You always had to buy PUBG. Why is it a big deal when the quote-unquote players dropping on PC? Why was that a big deal? They already made the sale. They already got the numbers. They already bought the $30 game. Why is it a big deal that the players, they lost over how many million players in a certain amount of time? Why was it a big deal that they lost players if they already sold so fucking 30 million? Why is it a big deal? Why are we reporting on players lost if they already sold the game? That's how somebody cares about it, because it wouldn't be headlines, it wouldn't be breaking news. It's one thing to sell a game, great, the game sold well, but why is it detrimental if these games lose a large chunk of players? Why do they care if they already made the money? So that's how I look at it. If like I was saying, there's another game that lost player counts. Like fuck, if Rainbow Six they sold a lot, but with their new fucking sensitive ass policies they got, if they lose over half their player base, you're gonna hear something. It's gonna be a big deal. Somebody's gonna feel some type of way. They ain't gonna be like, oh well, we sold this. They're gonna be like, oh shit, we got no players. It's like, it's a big deal. Sea of Thieves. It was a big deal because it debuted at number 2 on the NPDs, only losing out to Far Cry in sales. It was celebrated. But why was the big report of them losing this player base? I'm sorry. Somebody cares about the player base. The users. It's important. It takes precedence. Your users make sure you have a job. Your users keep you in business. These games are employment. Sea of Thieves hired how many more teams to help manage the game and provide content? And that they're actually hiring people off the street now, putting out videos letting you know you don't have to have a college degree to help work on the fucking game. There's a video, their vlog from last month. Rocket League is a job. It's a job. Rocket League is not a game. It's a fucking job. Minecraft, not a game. It's a fucking job. It's a service. Those games are more than games. They're businesses. And when those businesses lose its customers, those games are done. They can't just drop a Rocket League 2 or a Minecraft 2 the way that they set up. Those are true game for services. That's exactly how games as a service works. Believe it or not, Sea of Thieves is probably, other than Minecraft wasn't always owned by Microsoft, but Sea of Thieves is probably Microsoft's only true games as a service. Maybe State of Decay 2, depending on how they implement it, is a second, but and matter of fact, you know how important sales are, right? The thing is, God of War came out so like gangbusters, right? We all been waiting years for God of War. Years. 2-3 years. Non-stop. Can't wait. The game's been out, what, 3 months, and we're not talking about it anymore? We all played it, exhausted it, beat it, and that's it. Now we're waiting for, now we're just Spider-Man. We're Spider-Man crazy. Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. After Spider-Man comes out, most of us is gonna beat it 7 days. The average gamer probably 3 to 4 days, and then there's gonna be some of you who took days off of work for this shit to do your little lunch and your unboxing. You're gonna play. You're probably gonna put maybe 25 gaming hours in a matter of probably like 2 actual days, and you're gonna beat it. After you do that, and some of you guys are gonna try and master and get the platinum in the game. After you do that, what happens once you're done? That's it. And now we're just gonna wait for Sony to let us know when either Ghost or no, because we know for a fact Days Gone's the next game. We're just gonna be waiting for that, and then we're gonna do the same cycle over and over again. So that's it. The point is these quote unquote these single player games. It's like, sure, they're great, they're good, but they can't hold like a player base unless they keep feeding it. Like, for example, if you do, and this is how, what game is there? If you notice, some of these single player games are starting, especially if they're, this is why we're gonna get a whole ton of open world games. They're starting to incorporate events. So in the middle of you playing or doing side quests, there will be a timed event available in some of these games, like an event that they just put there for you to do, to participate. You got limited time to do it, and then you can get back to your normal game. That's how they're gonna keep single player games alive. They have to be open world sandbox games, and they have to put live events, like how Destiny and Sea of Thieves, and I think Assassin's Creed Origins had events as well. And I think Far Cry has events. Far Cry 5 has events as well. They're gonna put these in these single player games because that's how they're gonna be able to. For us, other than indies that give you traditional single player games, and Sony will probably still continue to give you these proper single player games, but third-party single-player games, and even Microsoft, when they throw out single-player games, they're gonna be set up as these open-world sandbox games where you have your side quests, and then they're gonna just keep updating and throwing events here and there, just to keep you playing. Because how they gonna keep you playing on these big budget-ass games? You gotta pay 75. They're gonna spend 75 million on this single-player experience. You beat it in 7 hours, and that's it. You're either gonna trade it in, or it gets put on the wayside. They can't make any more money on it unless they add more content to it. They can't make any more money on it unless they add more content to it. That's how Assassin's Creed had me hooked. Played through the freaking DLCs, and I've been playing through the events. And the thing is, I don't even care for, like, I mean, I like my multiplayer. I like my story. What I like more than both is a great co-op experience. A seamless co-op experience. That's what I like. That's what I like. My favorite thing about gaming is co-op. Co-op. I was a sucker for co-op games. But it's about to be 5 o'clock. I think I had this planned for like 30 minutes. That obviously didn't happen. I still got to do a podcast tomorrow. Let me just confirm that we're good. Let me see. I still got to do a podcast, play Xbox tomorrow. I'm about to head out of here. I said my piece, answered my questions. If you're interested in the Xbox One X or the PlayStation Slim, hit me up on Twitter in my inbox, or tweet me so I can hit you in a DM if anyone's interested in buying it. Like I said, I'm trying to sell 1 or 2 of them so I can get me a fucking new monitor. Oh, No Man's Sky runs native 4K resolution on Xbox One X and allows 1440p and 60 frames per second. That's interesting. I'm still not paying $50 for it though. All right, guys. There's nothing to understand. There's nothing that I understand or disunderstand about Spider-Man and his low scale. I know Spider-Man's gonna sell ridiculously. I don't think Spider-Man's gonna flop. I'm just saying, when you're done, you're done. I mean, they got to rely on just unit sales for and custom console sales to make the most of the money on their game, on that game, because that's it. At the end of the day, Fortnite, PUBG, whatever, the next game is still going to generate more money. Red Dead's still going to generate more money than Spider-Man. We're going to look at Spider-Man's initial sales and we all going to be, wow, it's going to break records. It's going to do all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do anything special revenue-wise. But that's not me being negative or saying the game's bad or anything. It's just looking at how gaming is now. But I'm getting out of here though. Hit me up if you guys want that fucking this Xbox One X. This is the cheapest Xbox One X on the fucking planet, and it's coming from yours truly. I will put my Kid Smooth card in here and whatever, make it special. But I'm out of here, guys. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't, and subscribe if you haven't, because that would be stupid. Shout out to Aircuts. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you for continuing to support it, even though it's like fucking failure. But and thanks for supporting this dead ass channel. I promise to revive it pretty soon. All right, thank you guys for watching. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. You guys have a good night or good morning or afternoon if you're on the other side of the globe, like I am. All right, peace.